What's up YouTubers, it's time for another episode analyze and review, and today guys we're going to be looking at episode 16 of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. And yeah guys, I don't know why, I may as well say this, that for the entire episode, I think they took a different turn on this. Because we got to look at some things that we don't normally get to see. One of the things I may as well say that we got to look at is like Yusaku's school routine. It's kind of cool actually. Before we get to like the overall episode, I at least want to say that I'm glad that we got to see into Yusaku's school life. Like, how does he behave during school? Does he take notes? No, he actually pays attention. Does he hang around with people at school? He actually does not. I think like the main difference to how he usually did and what he's doing now, he actually went into the dual school. That was to check on Aoi Saizen and see how she was doing. But we'll get to that later guys. I may as well just get that off my chest that I'm happy that they did that, and we got to see that Yusaku has a sensitive side. Even though he said later on he just keeping an eye on her because that was not a way that a duel should have ended, which I agree, but it's nice to see that Yusaku has a kind, caring side outside his characterist side of Playmaker. But anyway, guys, now that I've got that off my chest, and we'll come back to that later when we get up to that in the script. Well, my kind of script. But let's get on with the analysis and review, starting off with what I said Ghost Girl could have been doing throughout the last few episodes. Her so-called backdoor to Soltex databank. I've been saying about the entire thing that it could have been a lie, that it was her backdoor into Yusaku's computers and his friend, which I've actually forgotten. I'm terrible guys. I'm actually going to look it up right now. Give me a second, just so I can be correct.
A few moments later.
Kuzaki. Ghost Girl could have got used as a backdoor into Kuzaki's and Yusaku's computers. I will get that name drilled into my head guys. I will try and remember his name. I'll try. But I'm terrible with names. So yeah, she could have been doing that, but no, what she was betting was like an actual map of the Soltex databanks along with like a route to the databank storage, which I guess is sort of like a backdoor sort of thing. It's not direct access, but at least it's a backdoor. It shows that she's very good as a hacker really, and able to be very resourceful, which is kind of cool. Although to be fair, later on in the episode we learned that she did not warn them about the data storm that's in the center of it all, which is kind of mean, but I guess it was playing to her advantage considering she was using Playmaker to get further access to distract security and blah blah blah. Anyway guys, on to the episode. We then get to Yusaku entering school, and we see him go checking an eye on Aoi Saizen, which as I mentioned before was complete our character, but we get to see his moral code again, as in his code as a duelist and what his life's like outside of it, outside of Playmaker, what the man behind the mask, so to speak. We see him like looking for Aoi, seeing how she is, because last time he probably saw her was the video footage inside the hospital, seeing that she's awake and just going into recovery, which does make sense after all. As I said before, she is a cutie. Well, she is guys, she's a cutie. Well, I guess Playmaker kind of sees her as a cutie, but let's be real guys, he is a man on a mission at the moment, and he can't fall in love just yet, not while his mission's on the line. But we do get to learn how she is coping throughout this episode, which I am so happy about, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Aoi / Blue Angel fans are. We get to see how she's doing, and we learn that since she's been discharged from the hospital, yes I know I'm actually being plural with that, being plurally correct with that. We learn her brother's been keeping her inside the their flat or apartment, house, I don't know how to explain that, with the robot butler saying, "You're not allowed outside." I guess he's being overly protective, but I guess it could be like doctor's orders: stay in the house for now, don't go into link frames until you're fully strong, because you've been in comatose for who knows how long. But that doesn't mean she's out of options. After all, we did see her bring out a tablet or phablet or whatever what they call that in Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS, and bring out like this butterfly thing that allows her to look inside link frames. But she chooses to spy on her brother, see why, blah blah blah. Which of course led to Ghost Girl finding her. I don't know how Ghost Girl knew that butterfly was her. I'd love to know that. I'd love to know how, because I'm pretty sure that's a little bit of a plot hole they left there to be further shown. Maybe she's got hacker's eyes, see through the eyes of tablet or phablet users. I don't know. And she tells always that Blue Angel has a chance of getting back on top. How? You have to find that out later, guys. I'm not going to jump ahead. Anyway, we then get to Player Maker getting ready to dive into Soul Tech with his 3 reasons. Why did Ghost Girl do this? This could be the answers to all sorts. And the 3rd reason, which I forgot to type in. That was it's just the overall guys of what he was saying. And I think his 3rd reason was it could be a trap. We don't know if it actually is there. I think that was the 3rd one. Anyway, Player Maker then dives into the databanks and gets searching around. We see him go through all sorts of security methods along with his tether line, connecting what I think is connecting him to Kozaki, and I think that's the name, Kozaki. I know I just said the name a minute ago, guys. I've never forgotten it. How? I do not know. I think that's right. And also giving off a signal to shroud him. And one of the things I love about this scene, guys, while Player Maker is storming through databanks, we come across these items that if he gets touched by it, will instantly delete it. How does he get around it? By shooting, wait for it, Sphere Karibos! That is honestly pretty hilarious. So we got the Karibo of the season, Sphere Karibo, and it's not even the actual card. I guess it sort of works, because you do discard Sphere Karibo to make an attacking monster switch into defense mode, and it's sort of used to get rid of the impact. But why Sphere Karibo? Why not just regular Karibo or winged Karibo, Kuribon, jump Karibo, Kuriphoton? Any of the other millions of Karibos out there, they chose Sphere Karibo. I guess they wanted a new Karibo and Sphere Karibo got the pick. Anyway, guys, yeah. And at least they kept it close to how it's being used in the game. You're only allowed up to 3, which is the limit of how many cards you can put in the deck if you don't count the ones on the bent list. Anyway, we then get up to the part that the Ghost Girl did not mention to the data storm. And as Player Maker dives into the data storm, his tether gets cut and is discovered, letting the new security of Soltec unleash their new prototype security, which is literally called Prototype A and B, which is AI duelists. Duelists with artificial intelligence made to duel with absolute perfection. This is gonna go well, isn't it? Anyway, they both appear in front of Player Maker and actually challenge him to a 2-on-1 duel. Well, isn't that nice? That's literally asking Yusaku to duel with a huge handicap. No, Yusaku decides to do the most honourable thing, split them up so we can have a 1-on-1 duel. And of course then we learn the type of decks which either both of them or only Prototype A uses, which is called I'm gonna butcher this name, by the way, guys. I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm gonna leave the word spelling out while I say it. So get ready, guys. This is called a tentacular deck. I think I said that right. If anything, I said it wrong. A tactical deck is a hand destruction deck, making it so the opponent has no cards in their hand. Literally, with the strategy we saw Prototype A did, Yusaku's hand went completely empty. In total, 5 cards in his hand disappeared. In a regular game, that would mean that Yusaku's got 1 card left in his hand. But I'm pretty sure there'll be more cards down the line, making it so that even more cards will disappear. It's probably more than a hand destruction deck. If anything, it could be hand and deck destruction. But if we know Yusaku, he's got a way to bounce back. Playmaker, I know. I looked at the last card he was sent. It has a way to have a monster on the field, guys. I know it's like Botsphere or something like that, the name. And it's like, I haven't wrote it down, but I know it's something like that. So I definitely know for a fact that next turn that card will activate in its graveyard, special summon it itself to the field in defense mode. It's got only defense points. So yeah, I have a feeling that's what's going to happen right at the beginning of the next episode. Playmaker does his first play. But then, out of nowhere, Prototype B comes in and bombards Playmaker and ready to steal her duel disc. Steal his duel disc, makes so he's unable to duel and unable to get out of Link frames if anything. But then, out of nowhere, our new heroine appears. Our female hero comes to save the day, Blue Angel. Blue Angel comes in, and of course, she doesn't come in and say she's gonna save Playmaker. No! She comes in and tells the prototypes to get lost. She's gonna beat him. But then she turns around and says she'll duel as well. But one thing I want to know, guys, is this gonna be a tag duel now? Is Playmaker gonna join forces with Blue Angel to beat these 2 prototypes? Or is it gonna now be 2 separate duels? Playmaker versus Prototype A and Blue Angel versus Prototype B. Raise your hand if you think it's going to be the second option, because honestly, guys, at the moment, Blue Angel will not join forces with Playmaker, and I'm pretty sure Playmaker won't join forces with anyone other than Kozaki. That's honestly how it goes. That's honestly how it's going to be, guys. But the next episode should be a hoot, really. We're going to see more of those prototype decks, how Playmaker's going to fight back, because we've definitely seen his monsters on the field. We saw Cypher's Wizard in the previews fighting back, so how does that get that on the field? I don't know. We see Blue Angel dueling, but does the duel end there? I honestly have no idea. But hopefully, guys, we get to see Yusaku get his answers, and we get to see another duel with Blue Angel and Playmaker, because we all love the Trickstar monsters. I love the Trickstar monsters. I'm using them at the moment as my main deck. Because it's so awesome. I just love burning the opponent. Because the tricks. I'll try and get a duel up with someone, guys, to show off my Blue Angel cosplay deck. Yeah, guys, I don't have the chest for it. Anyway, guys, now that I got that freaky image in your head with me cosplaying as Blue Angel, which I will never do. Don't you dare put in the comment section, guys, that I will dress up that I should dress up as Blue Angel. I will not. I will not. Get that idea out of your head. I'm not going to dress up as her. Anyway, that's the end of this analyze and review, guys. Honestly, throughout this entire episode, it was awesome. The way that they set up the security within Soltech, the way that they've done firewalls for link frame users to actually get themselves into the internet to go searching in person, the way that they portrayed Yusaku keeping an eye on Aoi, seeing how she's doing, and how these prototype duelists comes along with a new deck. It's honestly really well done. 5 cards again out of 5, just because of that beginning of the duel showing us that hard to beat deck. Because let's face it, if we started a duel with no cards in our hands and we're facing an opponent that has a pretty strong field that can make us lose even more cards, I'm pretty sure we'll all struggle. Really, it'll be a hard way to fight back with no cards in our hand and relying on random 5 in the graveyard. And the re-return of Blue Angel is the one thing I'm really happy about. We get to see Blue Angel back, and we get to see a lot more into her character. Hopefully further down the lines, we'll see her and Playmaker join up and take on whoever this enemy is. For all we know, the Blue Angel might join forces with Playmaker without either one of them realizing that they actually know each other. I'd like to see that happen first, kind of like the Sword Art Online moment when Kirito and his sister joined forces without realizing they actually knew each other outside of the game. That'll be kind of cool actually. I'd love to see that happen. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm now gonna go check the poll that I left on Twitter. I think it's coming to an end soon. Oh, who knows? So yeah, until next time, guys. This is me signing out. Bye bye.